used to say crime no pay, but like a child that away. When that a shot, it is a trap. Breaking in house, breaking in shop. That is why discipline is important. Without it, things getting out of hand. Make a safer place for us to live in. Let us all exercise more discipline. You could be fast, you could be strong, still come last and get it wrong. There are a lot of people with great ability.
WEFM, the clean fresh sound.
WhatsApp us or call us at 457-9997. Activated Mornings on WEFM 99.9 is on now.
And the time is 7:45, and it is time for us to hear from Kingsley DeFreitas, who will bring to us his commentary. Lord, I was so excited there. 1 second. All right, so we are standing by to hear from Kingsley. Not sure what happened there, Kingsley, but you can try calling back. All right, so we are standing by to hear from Kingsley to bring us his commentary for today. Kingsley, I'm not sure what happened before, but the call dropped, so you can try calling back. All right, so while we wait for Kingsley to come back, any thoughts or anything that y'all want to you wish to talk about with regards to what we did in the first segment? Anything? All right, so I think that's Kingsley. All right, Kingsley, morning.
Morning. Oh, how are you doing?
I good now. What about you?
You know, I find the discussion this morning interesting, and it helped me come to a decision in Sydney that my comments are not worth anything. The reason why I say so, right? Sometimes I spoke to you about the proposed bail of the accused person who was charged for inflict some wound on another person. I can recall two persons, Kojo and Anita, who say even I have that thought, I should not mention it. I can't understand why my opinion matter at the time when they tell me I should not comment on it. The former police officer just spoke about the Commissioner Charles. He tried to limit himself in explaining the importance of bail. And what he's saying, if you're not charged for murder and high treason, bail is a privilege offered to you by the court. And I was just suggesting that the young man who was accused should be given bail. Because under our laws, you are assumed innocent until proven guilty by a court of law. And when the magistrate says that you are guilty, under Criminal Code 120, you have the right to issue him that you plan to appeal his conviction that he stole you. I mean, I just can't understand why people don't understand that there are process and processes have to take place. When somebody is accused of breaking the law, it's an assumption until the court deliberate on it. And like I said, giving bail by a court is a privilege that the process allows for you to apply for. But when Kojo and I tell me I should keep that to myself, I must stifle my thought and let the passion of the nature of the company get the better of me. No, that is not how I see it. And I hope people pay attention to the discussion this morning so far. You will have a with former commissioner. And you rightly said to him, remind him nicely that the matter is subject to Cain and use his experience before he goes to certain details. And he did that. And I am prepared to listen and learn. And I just can't understand why people want to beat up on you because you have an opinion on something. Your opinion is not necessarily facts, you know. It's how you interpret it to be at the time that is given. And I am totally upset when people want to say to an individual person, you must speak on that because that thought is not for you to share. But the court pronounced yesterday that they gave him a bail, they gave him bail. And let me tell you something. Without doing anything that I shouldn't do, when the matter is completed, I will come back on the solicitation and say the court spoke and speak in volume of the issue of the processes that exist for persons when they are accused of infringing on the law. And if you read between the lines, you will get the idea of what I'm saying. Because, let me remind you, everybody under the Constitution, if you break the law, you are assumed innocent until proven by the court. And that is why, Ms. Samuel, when I speak about the issue of homicide and killing, I don't use a strong word to describe the allegation. Because not everybody who is charged by the court for murder will be pronounced as a murderer. Because when the case comes to trial, the prosecutor and the defense attorney will present all the evidence they get before the magistrate or the judge. He or she will be guided by the law and pronounced on the matter how they feel. And that process is going to take place. And I am not supporting anybody who just think because somebody is accused of inflicting a wound on a young lady must be thrown under the bus for what they think it was. Have a wonderful day. I'll see you tomorrow.
No, don't run off. You have some time? Don't run off yet.
Yeah.
All right. So I listened to the commentary last week, and I would say the way in which it came over, as I told you, I was a bit disappointed with what was said, right? I don't know if you were using friend in the context of a parable or if you were just saying friend in the context of the incident that happened, right? And which was why I asked the question, if you did not know the person, would you have still felt the same way, right? So that is just one point with regards to it. But remember at the time...
Look, let me comment on that one. Mm-hmm. The reason why I use the word friend is because I didn't want to call the accused name and put myself in problems to be charged of contempt of court. So I was just painting a picture of what took place without identifying the individual persons who were involved. But I'm referring to the victim and the accused person.
Okay. All right. So we get that part clear up, right? The other thing was, remember that at the time that he went to court, she was still hospitalized, which is why I asked the question to former Commissioner Charles this morning, where if she was still hospitalized, would he still have been on remand, right? So because she was still in the hospital, that was why I thought it came across... It didn't sit well with me, knowing that he was going to be out, knowing that she was still within the hospital, right? What it is that I would say, though, Kingsley, with regards to this, and this is why we asked for former Commissioner Charles to be on this morning, was for us to have an understanding of what bail is here in SVG and the conditions under which bail would be granted, right? Because from social media, I realized that many of us were under the impression that once it's attempted murder, you have to remain on remand. So it just means that you probably knew more than we did at the time. And because of that, we viewed your commentary in a different way.
Well, I didn't take what you shared with me as a rebuttal in the negative.
Mm.
But when Anita and Koja Cook tell me, keep those thoughts to your mind, don't expose them. They were saying to me, boy, you're stupid and come off the radio. And that's how I felt that day. But here what happened, like I said to you, over a period of time, you and Dianna will learn, and when people call and speak in problems, just think about the immediate environment you're around, and you will realize what they are doing. And I will come back and say, I told you so. The law and the process took its place. Have a wonderful day.
All right, Kingsley, have a good one and hear from you tomorrow. All righty. Any commentary to Kingsley's commentary?
I don't know, but I don't know. Kingsley, I was a bit stunned, but you did say some of the things that I was going to say to Kingsley. Like the reason why the opinion or anybody's opinion may not be well received is because sometimes of the way you're delivering it. In this particular case, it was the seriousness, or what was considered to be the seriousness of the issue as well, and how your comments came off to others. Hi, Anita. Good morning.
Good morning, ladies. It's Anta. I just want to respond to my good friend. He learned to talk on my name this morning. But Kingsley, when you're going to talk, you must say it right. I did tell you that, but you didn't say the reason why. I said it to you. And Roleza just said it. I said if it were me, I would not have said it because they don't give bail until you know the condition of the person. Kingsley, we said that. I didn't just tell you and you're making it look like you're saying that I think you're stupid and you shouldn't talk. I don't like that, my friend. I won't do this to you. I give the reason why. And Roleza is saying the same thing. And my cousin Michael Charles, in so many words, said the same thing. You can't grant somebody who's stabbed 26 times still hospitalized and you're saying to have bail for them. We went through this, but you're saying it halfway that I said you should keep it to your thoughts, my friend. Come on, Kingsley. Do better than that. You of all person know me, okay?
All right. Thanks, Anita.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. All right.
You are very welcome. Okay. Good morning, Dianna. Oh, Roleza, give me 2 minutes, please. Listen, why didn't you take this week off too? Man, listen, my girl, she made me so proud last week. But you know what, I'm Roleza. Here, they say when I'm pressure take a picnic shot 50. But my scenario is if you continue to breastfeed the baby, and then move from the breast to the nipple, they wouldn't get accustomed to the spoon, never mind to acquire the taste. So she was left on her own, man, and she held the fort, man. And this week, she's going guns. Take another week off.
Listen,
Dianna,
Anita, this process real simple. Now, let me tell you what to do, right? Have a word with management, but don't let it deduct it from my extra vacation days, right? So just talk with management, right?
I will pay you. I will pay
you. You will pay me? All right, cool. Yeah. We could work that out. That easy for you.
Good morning. Yeah. And Kingsley, I haven't changed my feelings for you, but don't do this to me, okay? Bye-bye, guys. Have a good one. Joshua, I wouldn't be in this morning, so we'll talk later. Okay, bye-bye.
All right, bye. Morning, Karampel. All right, so we know that there was somebody else who was trying to get in with regards to Kingsley's commentary. So that person, try call fast, please. All right, Nicole, anything from you? You're on. Okay, you're muted, but
feeding off from the sentiments of just the privacy of the entire situation. And I feel like there's need for the process to always be taken into consideration before we speak or pronounce on issues, especially as sensitive as these. So I'm glad that you were able to air these concerns. And of course, I was also glad that there was some level of clarification from someone in the protective services.
Okay. All right. Kojo, morning.
Good morning. Morning. Kingsley, you have to remember what he said. I think Kingsley totally forget what he said. The way Kingsley presented that argument that day, it seems like he thinks that because the guy just gave the woman a few little chokes, he's supposed to just get bail just automatically. Bail don't go automatic. The woman in the hospital, she said she fears she like, he has to prove that he's not going to, you think, no anymore you're going to just give him bail. He just commit a crime. First day in court, and you just say, okay, yeah, bail. I've heard so many times that they deny other people bail in St. Vincent. He's not the first person that got denied bail. And when Kingsley talking about people criticize him for what he said, he criticized a lot of people too. Just the other day, he criticized back for some statements. You cannot want to be on the radio and not feel that you should be criticized. Take your criticism and change it if you have a changer. But when I say he needed to keep that in his head, the way he presented it, that moment in time, that should have stayed in his head. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying his argument for bail or that is wrong. Anybody could argue for bail. You have a right to argue for bail. But when the woman told the court that she paid for her life, that need to be stand for something over your bail. You tell me that my daughter encountered that, and she telling the court that she paid for her life, and he has no proof that he could stay away from her nothing. And the court just said, okay, go. Kingsley, you didn't hear how that come across. You didn't want to speak it, but you didn't hear how they come across. I think you need to go back and listen that program, if you could find it, and really listen to how you really bring that across that morning.
All right, Kojo. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. So McKinsey, I ain't knocking you because I'm knocking sake. I said my piece because the way song when I hear it, the way song, you said just some choke. I mean, you didn't. Come on, Kingsley, go back and listen what they say. That's why I was passionate about it. It's the way you present it. Oh, just some choke. Yeah. Come on, Kingsley.
Yeah.
I said that's the part that you should be keeping in your head. Even if you're fighting for arguing for bail, well, you trivialize the whole thing. You trivialize the whole thing like if the guy just went in the supermarket and stole a piece of meat or something and run out. That's how you trivialize it.
All right. Okay, Kojo. All right. All right. So that is the situation. Any final thoughts from anybody?
I just want to tell persons if they wish to read up a little bit more on bail and bail procedure, they can just go on Google and type in the criminal procedure code for SVG and the document should come up. And some of the things that Charles spoke about this morning, well, bail, the section that speaks about bail specifically is, I don't see a section here. I see chapter 4. And then number 43, 44 up to 47 would speak about bail and things like that, and sureties and so on. So you can go through that document and read. It's available online for free.
You know what I'm here thinking about? Yeah. You know, like when Panel Campbell was alive and when they had the law on you? Yeah. Boy, I think we just need to have a set of reruns of that particular program, right? And maybe have it available on social media maybe in smaller segments so it's easy for digestion, because I think this is where the problem starts, where we don't actually know what the laws are. And because we don't know what the laws are, it's a little easier for us when we have these type of situations to run with our emotions, right? And it's not to say, as Coach said, it's not to say what Kingsley said was necessarily wrong, but I think it's how he put it over, because I too did express to him that I was disappointed with what was said, but maybe it was more so with how it was delivered, as opposed to the point about the bail, which is probably what needed to be made clearer, in that it is the law, but everything else that went with it was what I had a little bit of an issue with. All right, but I know who want to pay for the law and you to come back for those videos to be made public, but I think that is what we need, especially with the social media era, for many of us to know what is there. Because yeah, we could Google it, but how much of us actually want to sit down and read? That is the other thing too. All right, but yeah, folks. And the time here in SVG, it is 8:05, and our time check came to with the compliments of New Haven Funeral Home.